I'm Sir Cyrus Puntawe Kasingal, and today I'll be presenting our research, Teaching Beyond Borders, Experiences, Challenges, and Contributions of Filipino Assistant Language Teachers in Japan. This research is made possible with the help and initiative of my dear friend Dr. Lovejoy Rivero Caerlang, who is my former workmate at our previous university. For a decade, she worked as a university assistant professor and now she is working as an English language teacher in Japan. Also, currently, I am working as a specialist in the Schools Division Office of Makati City. This study examines how Filipino educators navigate the complex Japanese educational landscape while drawing on their unique cultural and pedagogical approach. This internationalization of Japan's education system has led to significant reforms in English language education, particularly integrating assistant language teachers in public schools. While the JET program and other ALT initiatives traditionally recruited educators from Western English-speaking countries, recent years have seen a notable increase in Filipino ALTs. Despite this growing presence, limited research examines their presence and unique contributions as Asian English teachers in Japan. This gap is significant because Filipino ALTs occupy a distinctive position. They bring English language expertise combined with Asian cultural sensitivity. Our study addresses how these educators navigate this complex intersection of cultural, linguistic, and professional identities. This research extends beyond the immediate context of Filipino ALTs in Japan in several essential ways. First, it contributes to discussions about cultural hybridization in education, where educators develop new professional identities that bridge multiple cultural paradigms. Second, it challenges traditional assumptions about native speaker models in language teaching by examining the effectiveness and unique positioning of Filipino teachers. Third, the study provides practical insights into cross-cultural adaptation strategies that can inform support systems for international educators. And fourth, our findings have policy implications for educational institutions seeking to enhance support for diverse population. And finally, this research adds to growing body of knowledge about professional identity formation in international teaching contexts. For methodology, we employed a mixed methods approach to capture both the breadth and the depth in our analysis. Our participants included 7 Filipino ALTs working in different Japanese prefectures in Aomori, Nara, Osaka, Yamaguchi, Ibaraki, Tokyo, and Kanagawa. This geographical diversity was intentional in capturing regional variations in the ALT experience. Our quantitative data came from comprehensive online questionnaires which included demographic information, Likert scale questions assessing self-reported competencies, and multiple choice question addressing motivations and challenges. The qualitative component include extended written narratives where participants reflected on their journey, cultural navigation, professional challenges, and support systems. We analyze quantitative data using descriptive statistics and qualitative data through thematic analysis with NVivo 14 software. Through triangulation of these methods, we identified 4 key thematic areas which will I discuss next. Our first significant finding relates to how Filipino ALTs develop hybridized professional identities. These educators continuously reconstruct their professional identity by balancing their Filipino cultural background with Japanese educational expectation. Significantly, 57.1% of participants highlighted Filipino adaptability as a cultural strength, facilitating their integration into Japanese schools. Their shared Asian heritage with Japanese colleagues and students created unique cultural positioning different from Western ALTs. Many participants reported positive perceptions of Filipino ALTs, particularly accent intelligibility and cultural sensitivity. As one of the participant eloquently stated, as a Filipino ALT, I think it's an edge among other ALTs because Filipinos are very adaptable. We have a multicultural background, so it would be easier to adjust and be sensitive to other cultures. This cultural navigation process involved continuous adaptation and negotiation between Filipino educational values and Japanese educational norms. The second key finding concerns Filipino ALT's distinctive pedagogical approaches to Japanese classrooms. Participants reported incorporating specific teaching methodologies from their Philippine educational backgrounds, including explicit teaching, which is 28.6%, inductive methods, 14.3%, and whole brain based teaching, that's 14.3%. These approaches were often adapted to address the particular needs of Japanese students learning English as a foreign language. A striking 85.7% of participants reported incorporating elements of Filipino culture into their special occasions and cultural events. Many participants emphasize interactive learning strategies that reflected Filipino educational values while engaging Japanese students effectively. And these innovations demonstrate that we describe as pedagogical transformation, where teachers modify and enhance their teaching methods to create culturally responsive learning environment. This synthesis of teaching approaches contributes significantly to the diversification of English language education in Japan. Filipino ALTs face significant challenges in their professional roles despite their cultural adaptability. Language barriers emerge as the most substantial obstacle reported by 85.7% of the participants. These communication challenges affected multiple dimensions of their work, including collaboration with Japanese teachers, that's 71.4%, navigating cultural differences, that's 42.9%, and classroom management, 42.9%. To address these challenges, participants developed various adaptation strategies. 42.9% use translation apps and services, while 85.7% work on learning basic Japanese language skills. 57.1% employed visual aids and nonverbal communication, and 71.4% of the participants actively sought assistance from Japanese colleagues. These adaptive strategies demonstrate remarkable resilience and resourcefulness among Filipino ALTs. Support systems, particularly peer networks and structured professional development opportunities, facilitated their adaptation and professional growth. The fourth key finding relates to Filipino ALTs developing and maintaining professional relationships within their school communities. Team teaching dynamics between Filipino ALTs and Japanese teachers of English varied considerably across setting, with some ALTs serving as primary instructors while others functioning more as assistants. Participants frequently describe serving as cultural bridges within their school communities, facilitating understanding between Japanese and international perspectives. Relationships with the broader school community were generally positive, with average ratings of 4.14 for Japanese colleagues, 4.57 for students, and 3.71 for school administration on a 5-point scale. All participants reported contributing to enhanced cultural understanding in their schools. A significant percentage of 71.4% noted introducing innovative teaching methods that combine Filipino educational approaches with Japanese classroom expectations. These findings highlight the multifaceted role of Filipino ALTs, which extends beyond language instruction to include cultural ambassador and educational innovator functions. In conclusion, Our study reveals that Filipino ALTs navigate complex cultural territories while establishing their professional legitimacy in Japanese schools. They develop hybridized professional identities that effectively bridge multiple educational traditions and cultural perspectives. Filipino ALTs bring distinctive pedagogical approaches to Japanese English language education, incorporating elements of Philippine educational practices such as interactive learning and culturally responsive teaching. While language barriers represent significant challenges, participants demonstrate remarkable resilience in developing adaptation strategies. Their unique cultural positioning as Asian English educators challenges traditional assumptions about native speaker models while offering innovative approaches to cross-cultural education. This research contributes to the understanding on how teachers from diverse cultural backgrounds navigates international educational contexts and develop professional identities that bridge multiple cultural traditions. Based on our findings, we offer several key recommendations. For program administrators and educational institutions, implement comprehensive language support programs to address the significant communication barriers identified. Enhance cultural orientation programs addressing both general Japanese culture norms, and specific educational practices. Establish standardized team teaching guidelines to clarify role expectations and facilitate effective collaboration. For current and prospective Filipino ALTs, prioritize Japanese language acquisition as the foundation for both professional effectiveness and personal integration. Strategically leverage Filipino cultural assets as pedagogical resources rather than viewing cultural differences as obstacle. Develop supportive professional networks with both Filipino and international ALT community. If implemented, these practical recommendations would significantly enhance the professional experiences of Filipino ALTs and the quality of English language education in Japanese schools. Thank you very much.